What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Al King back on that again with another banger for y'all today. I ain't got the reptiles up in here this time, y'all, because your boy literally booking it with this video, and then right after that I gotta book it on to work. So y'all, I seen Bad Boys, the new one. Well, what's it called? Ride or Die or something like that. I seen that thing last week. Flawless, y'all. I mean, that movie was epic. But you know what Bad Boys is starting to remind me of, and I feel like this is gonna be the future of this franchise, especially how the newest movie, their latest installment, had ended at the end when I watched it last week. You know, it got me thinking. Bad Boys is turning into the new Fast and Furious saga, and let me explain why. Now, the reason why I say that, and before I do jump into all that, I will say, guys, there will be spoilers. So if you haven't seen the new Bad Boys movie, go watch it, because I will be spoiling a few things. But the reason why I say that this movie franchise is gonna grow, I would argue bigger, well, not bigger, well, maybe bigger, just as big and run a very long time, similar to Fast and Furious. I think this movie can, well, yeah, I think this franchise can go pretty far, in my personal opinion. I'm gonna tell y'all why. So first of all, let's look at the start of both of these two franchises. So Bad Boys, the first one dropped in 1995. So we got 1, 2, and yeah, and the second one came out 2003, and then I believe it was back in 2018, 2019, around that time when we got Bad Boys 3, and then recently number 4. So you know, it's a big gap in terms of years. But I mean, it's very popular, you know, like nothing but great reviews online. Heck, I'm one of them. You know, I enjoyed the entire franchise, especially this new one. But you know, looking at it, it reminded me a lot of Fast and the Furious. You know, Bad Boys, in my opinion, I would consider it a R word, like I can't talk today. This will happen to me in the morning, y'all. But I consider it a R-rated version of Fast and Furious, because it's got the cars, it's got the women, it's got pretty much everything, just more bloodier and, you know, gorier, pretty much. You know, similar type of stories, just not crazy outlandish like Fast and the Furious has gotten. But the reason why I say, you know, it's very similar in terms of Fast and the Furious and Bad Boys. See, Fast and Furious has always been pretty action-packed. It just focused on the realm of cars and racing at first, but then the studio realized, Universal, it was like, hey, it's more money in action movies. Let's try to focus on the action rather than the racing. Smartest decision ever, because I mean, it paid off. Like Fast and the Furious, their movies, they don't really flop as much, you know, until recent years, which is really, really impressive. And Bad Boys, hey man, like the recent films that coming back after all these years, they've been doing pretty dang on good. And then looking at the ending of just the latest Bad Boys movie, just what they drew up from just number 3. You know, you're bringing in Mike's son, and then seeing his whole thing and how he transformed into, you know, the latest installment, Ride or Die, our recent one. Excuse me. There's a lot they can do with his character going forward. Heck, they can give him a whole spin-off movie alone if they wanted to, you know, with Mike and his son. Then on top of that, you got Reggie, a character, you know, that went from this, you know, a character we thought that was just funny, you know, just a funny scene. The crazy fact about that too, Reggie, he wasn't really an actor, really. That was like his first role, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, and that ended up being one of the funniest, you know, comical, tons of memes, everything, you know. It's a classic scene, you know, seeing that Reggie scene. But what they did with Reggie in Bad Boys for Life, I mean, maybe not Bad Boys for Life, Bad Boys Ride or Die, our latest installment, he went ham, y'all. I mean, they had Reggie throwing hands, they had old boy got shredded. Speaking of shredded, hey, your boy getting shredded too, guys. I mean, I got finished with a workout, throw it up here on the screen, y'all. Your boy, we is coming along good, man. But, you know, so they got Reggie in shape, you know, he a part of the Marines and everything. And I don't know why, God, just the way it ended, I can see a story, or at least a spinoff with Reggie and, you know, Mike's son. I can see that too, them two duos, you know, together, like just like doing a mission. Like I can see it happen, y'all. Like that would be such a great team up. And even just the way like it left off when it ended on Reggie, I honestly feel like they're gonna do more with his character. You know, like it's crazy how he went from just a character, you know, we were just laughing at, and now it's like, oh wow, this is a serious character that actually, you know, throwing hands and getting down. So round of applause to the writers, you know, like. And when I look back at like films like Fast and the Furious, you know, Fast and the Furious kind of run on that same type of energy when you think about it, because when you look at Fast and the Furious, the first few, it was funny, you know, pretty classical humor, and focused on cars and racing. You know, yeah, a little bit of police work, but then we saw that shift. It was like, oh wow, now they doing more action-packed stuff. Oh, we got The Rock up in here. You know, like it's pretty similar, and we've seen the success of it. You know, like regardless if you like or hate Fast and the Furious, you cannot deny at some point you probably liked some Fast and the Furious movies. at least up to Fast 5. You know, that's arguably a lot of people's favorite. Number 5, when the whole crew and everybody came back. It wasn't until number 6 when everybody like, okay, this is getting out of hand with the physics. But even outside the physics, Fast and the Furious just know how to tell a great story. And it's nice to see other franchises like Bad Boys, you know, really, you know, grabbing a hold of that Fast and the Furious energy and putting it to their movies. My personal opinion. But hey guys, let me know what you guys think. Some of y'all might be thinking, don't you dare compare Fast and the Furious and Bad Boys as night and day. Bad Boys will always be better, or you know, like, or the other way around. But personally, I think they're running on the same similar formula. I think it's a lot of piggybacking from one of the biggest franchises in the world, Fast and the Furious. And also, if Bad Boys stick with it, they can catch up to Fast and the Furious in terms of movies, spinoffs, you know. I don't think it should go about 10 movies, but at the end of the day, I will say this. When a Fast and the Furious movie drop, I'm still gonna watch it. I love Fast and the Furious. I think it's one of the greatest franchises of all time. I don't care what anybody says. And Bad Boys, if they keep it up, they can be right up there. They can be neck and neck, you know. And Will Smith, he came there. Will Smith came to work, y'all. He wasn't playing. But yeah, I think they should pass it along to the next generation and have Will Smith and them as cameos. Maybe set back for a few movies, because with Reggie and them, oh yeah, them alone can, you know, kill it in a future Bad Boys movie. But that's really all I gotta say, guys. Your boy Al King with Storm Dagger Films. Like and subscribe, share. Y'all have a good one. I'll be catching y'all next video. Oh, and one more scene I like from the new Bad Boy movie. I love the alligator scenes. You know, I'm into my reptiles, so like the alligator scenes in Florida, awesome, flawless. But anyway, be catching y'all next video. Have a good one, y'all. Your boy gotta shoot off to work.